Have you imagined working at the CIA? You're on a top secret mission that your team has to stop terrorists from attacking a US city. You've got intelligence reports, surveillance data, and the best professionals in the room. On the other side are the terrorists. You have all the resources to win. However, in a series of simulation practices, the terrorist team always wins. Why? Welcome to Project Looking Glass. Project Looking Glass is a simulation created after 9/11 to develop a model for anticipating technology-driven terrorist threats. It's designed by the CIA. It puts two groups against each other. The right team consists of scientists, engineers, and technology specialists who play the role of terrorists. The blue team consists of real intelligence and law enforcement professionals like the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, and the FBI. They play defenders and try to stop the attack. There's also a white team that represents the rest of the intelligence community. In round after round of simulations, the right team almost always surprises the blue team. The defenders always miss the real threat. So researchers started to investigate why this keeps happening. Here are the observations of the two teams' activities. The right team terrorists start strong. They clarified their mission, used every member's knowledge, developed the best possible plan for doing the greatest possible damage to a target specified by the organizers, a medium-sized coastal city that was home to a large Navy base. Members pooled their expertise like chemistry, engineering, computer science, and used their own knowledge by consulting the open source internet, seeking counsel from other individuals in their professional networks. They spent a day of acculturation and on an advanced seminar on terrorism. They brainstormed creatively, tested the ideas, and adapted their plans. They collaborated seamlessly. Meanwhile, instead of introducing each other through expertise, the blue team starts with titles and hierarchies. Hi, I'm from the FBI. I'm with the DIA. They spend time talking about their agencies instead of strategy. The blue team kept requesting more and more data, drowning in information overload. In one exercise, they submitted over 150 requests for information, tracking it all in massive spreadsheets, but they barely discussed what it meant. The stereotypes between different agencies like FBI versus CIA, law enforcement versus analysis, also started to show when the tensions were raised. There were many obstacles in forming the collaborations. By the end, the right team has a devastating two-phase plan. First, a diversion, then a high-tech strike. The blue team noticed some details, but misses the bigger picture completely. Richard Hackman, in his book Collaborative Intelligence, Using Teams to Solve Hard Problems, uses this story to make a bigger point. Teams don't succeed just because they're filled with smart people. He proposed the formula for team success, the 60-30-10 rule, which is 60% of the variation in team effectiveness depends on the degree to which enabling conditions are in place, meaning if we have a good design of the team. 30% on the quality of a team's lunch, which is just the first few interactions within the team, and 10% variations on the leader's hands-on real-time coaching. The key conditions include: first, if you need a real team, we need to consider if we can form a stable group of individuals and keep them together long enough for people to learn to work with each other. In the simulation, the right team performed like a team, while the blue team acted more like a collection of individuals representing separate agencies like FBI, DIA, CIA. They shared information, but didn't rely on each other's work to make joint decisions. A clear, compelling purpose. In this simulation, the right team had one, which was to cause maximum damage. The blue team's mission was not as clear, was kind of vague. To prevent an attack had limitless possibilities, and it lacked focus and energy. The right people and expertise in the simulation. The right team recognized and used their members' unique skills. The blue team focused more on status and home agencies. Clear norms of conduct. You need not only the right people, but the proper norms for them to be heard. In the simulation, the right team established open debate under respect and values on each other's expertise, while the blue team operated with unspoken norms of hierarchies, which made the communication filtered through ranks and agency policies. Some experts went unheard in the blue team. For instance, when the computer scientist who spotted hidden message in the image files was only told, "Honey, let us handle this," rather than really discuss the issue. Strong performance strategies. Red teams are innovative and proactive. Blue teams tend to be reactive and default to collecting endless data. And supportive organizational context. What resources and support will they need, and how to manage stereotypes and conflicts. Red teams in the simulation value differences. Blue teams fall apart over them. So now think about a team you performed with recently. Did you act like the blue team or the red team? What could you do to improve the team's effectiveness? Thanks for watching.